Okay, I'm recording. It's time for Pascal's bike to come up to the operating table. He's got new mirrors, chain, sprockets, foot pegs, USB with the temperature gauge and the voltmeter. He has levers, another sprocket. He might try out Sebastian's old skid plate to see if that fits better than the one that came with his bike. And handguards. Did I miss anything, or what else are you guys working on?
Grips eventually, but we don't have those yet. Levers, yeah.
Doing the valve clearance on his bike?
The air filter too.
Oh yeah. Installing the new no-toil air filter. Oh.
We just took Pascal's rear wheel off. The axle was basically rusted shut in there. The chain has enough slack that the adjusters are almost out of adjustment. So I think it's still the original chain. He's got, I think, 26,000 kilometers on there. But it's a DR, so it's pretty easy to pull the speedo cable, and we just don't know. The bearings in there are pretty nasty. And they didn't even have the spacers on the sprocket carrier in properly. They've got the spacer that should have been on the outside of the sprocket carrier on the inside, and the one that should have been on the inside is on the outside. And the wear on the rear sprocket is pretty much done. We're going to clean this up, put the new sprocket on, put new bearings on because those bearings are done too. The bearing that's in there currently is only sealed on one side, so we're going to put Moose Racing bearings in there that are sealed on both sides. The 6205 RS for the sprocket carrier, and the 6204 RS for the wheel itself. They're in the freezer right now, so we're going to take the sprocket off, replace it, clean that up, and then we'll be back with the new bearings. Ça fait un crise de bout qu'elle a fait de filmer puis elle me fait parler. J'y ai fait ça un matin. Elle savait quoi dire. La caméra.
What are you saying?
Are you threatening me with the hot iron?
Yes, I am. What are you saying?
I said you weren't too comfortable in front of the camera this morning. The rear sprocket is fine. 12 mil nut at the back, and it's a 6 mil Allen socket at the front, or Allen key, whichever one you want to use. Center spacer and the bearings. A little gunked up.
Yeah.
Celui-là, il était fini.
Yeah.
I think this one's wool, and this one's wool, and that's one.
It's pretty much done.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad when there's as much crap inside the seal
The
as
seal.
outside.
What time do you guys usually eat? What time is it right now?
5 or 6, but depending.
Moi, je fais savoir voler.
We shouldn't make chain necklaces. It's that easy, people.
You even have to bang it. You take that too, and take that too.
No, c'est jusqu'au fond. One more. Je pensais grand pas qu'il y en a.
Oh yeah. That's gonna give it 3 horsepower.
Yeah.
There's no more grease in it, so just have to clean them, re-grease them. Same thing, like just get all the dirt off, put the covers back on, and put it back on. With new brake pads.
C'est même trop propre, il faudrait qu'on mette un clear.
Cleaned. Just have to re-grease it, slide it back in.
Check.
Slightly used.
Slightly.
T'es sûr que c'est cette barre-là, toi, là?
On acid.
I don't know. Good. All right.
Circle.
Fait qu'il est sec de même pour de vrai.
We took the fuel tank off so that we can do all the basic maintenance, valve adjustment, carb cleaning, because there's fuel in the oil, so we're going to figure out where that's leaking from. Take the stock BST40 carb off, do a full cleaning. I've got a rebuild kit too, so we're going to change all the gaskets, needles, and everything else. And do the basic mods on the carburetor too.
Oh,
You're gonna paint it?
I'm gonna clean it and paint it black.
Je pense que
On met juste
The nozzle of our bottle was defective.
it's like my wife.
Oh man.
Oh, fine.
Mark is there too.
Korsstreck dubbed sådär. No,
The breather for the carburetor on the DR650 was plugged. It was really dirty. I tried cleaning it and then the foam inside just disintegrated, so I cleaned it up. I'm going to end up cutting a new piece of foam out of the stock air filter, oil it, put it back in there, and then it'll be good to go. Did you see that?
Yes.
And
Yeah. We're getting a quick chest workout in before Pascal heads back home. He works the graveyard shift tonight, so he's got to get going. We'll get back to work on his bike the next time he can make it back. In our next video, we'll be showing you my new seat.